Hi, welcome to our channel. I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Hugo.
We're sell quick, ship quick, part-time resellers.
Full-time hustlers.
And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe and the bell, and then give us a thumbs up.
So today's a little special video. We did ask in our last video whether this video should be a YouTube or an IG video. I wonder who won, right?
Well, if you caught our thrift haul, which was our vlog with me thrift haul, then you saw the behemoth of an item that Hugo picked up.
Yeah. In case you guys didn't see it, I'll make sure to tag the video on it. But it was a nice big red Duvel bar beer neon sign. It wasn't huge, but it definitely had some weight to it, and not just weight, it was fragile. I mean, it's a neon sign.
So when we went to that thrift store, the cashier told us about it. Apparently someone donated a lot of beer signs.
Yeah,
and
I mean, not all of them were neon, but there was a bunch of beer signs, beer mugs, all kinds of stuff related to that same brand. But nobody picked up the neon sign because of one reason.
Well, it didn't have a regular plug, and it needed an adapter.
Yeah, so there was no way of testing it at the actual thrift store. So everyone was kind of wary of picking it up. When I looked at it, I mean, it didn't even have signs that it was mounted. There was no scratches on it.
It still had some of the little styrofoam bubbles.
Yeah.
You know, like when the styrofoam breaks and then you get the little particles?
Beads, yeah.
Like the snow.
Yeah, even that was still stuck on it. So, I mean, it looked great. So, took the gamble on it. And it took a day or so before I was able to find time to get the converter, which is just a travel converter. In case you guys are curious, if you come across something that looks valuable, and we always look up your comps, but the plug is different, you really just need a basic travel converter, and you'll be fine.
And you picked it up from...
I ended up picking it up from Marshall's. Yeah. I looked for it at...
Oh, yeah.
I think I looked for it at Ross, and I couldn't find one. But yeah, or actually no, I found it at Ross, but the line was huge and I wasn't going to wait in line for one converter.
How much was it at Marshall's?
$7.98.
Alright, so we needed to get an $8 converter to make a $300 sale.
Yeah, I think that's worth it. And it really did. It went out $300, and that's including shipping. A big thing about it is a lot of people seem to be afraid of shipping big items, which I understand. It's not easy, and it does take a little more time, which is why we try to leave those big shipping challenges for those more profitable items.
Yeah, like if this is only gonna make $20, but for $300,
we're game.
Well, you know, even like after cost of goods and fees and shipping, we can still have a good dinner.
Yeah, we can go get some steak. Or at least sushi for sure. And if you follow us on Instagram, which you really should, just for the adventures of food, thrifting, and the mishaps.
More food.
Yeah. But we definitely like to calculate our math in food. Specifically one, and what is it? You always do your math in what?
Tacos.
Yeah. So in LA we have a couple spots and one that we really like, and it's really $1 a taco, which translates to everything comes down to how many tacos can we get with certain items.
This was like 300 tacos before calculating fees.
After fees, probably closer to
200-ish.
Yeah, about 200 tacos. Too much for one sitting, so we'll just turn that to
multiple tacos?
Yeah, multiple trips.
Multiple tacos, that's already multiple tacos. So
yeah, so up next, you'll see obviously different outfit because the video I recorded was day of shipping.
Which it only took, how many days?
16 hours from listing actually. Yeah, which I gotta say thank you to Orlando from Pure Hustle Podcast. While listing it, I actually listed this one from my phone. I was comparing pictures with him, and he told me the best picture to put up, and I agreed, was the picture of it lit up, because it's definitely more impressive.
And I think that made that sale happen in 16 hours.
Oh yeah.
So if you are selling electronics or anything that, yeah, electronics, battery operated, plug-in, make sure you take a picture with it on, like on a calculator. If you're sending in a calculator, make sure there's numbers on the screen. Typewriter, we've actually had the paper inserted with letters on there.
And on there, so people don't think it's just random letters, I will type out basically what's in the description in the paper, just so it looks current.
Yeah.
Oh look, Ginger's here to play.
Hi. Hi.
Also,
Hi, Mamas.
if you follow our adventures, you'll
Hi,
see that our
Ginger.
cats
Paws.
and their pink paws always love to interrupt our videos.
All right. And up next, here's Hugo shipping some stuff safely.
And oh, I can't remember if it's on there, but just in case, a heads up, spoiler alert, I forgot to add the cables to the box. But it's okay. Shipped it on its side, communicated with the buyer. All good. And with that, let's get to shipping. Alright, so we're gonna pack up this awesome, slightly heavy, slightly large, because it's definitely bigger than most boxes you find, and very fragile item. So, you're gonna join along on the journey. This, if you don't know, is an awesome beer sign I picked up earlier. It's one of our haul videos, so if you're curious, go check out how that came up. But great stuff. It was while we were having fun in LA. Alright, so for this shipping, I have my items here that I need, including a nice big roll of tape. Don't be cheap on your tape when you're packaging fragile big items. You want the package to be waterproof, so tape down any of those folded down edges that might, you know, let some water in. Don't be cheap on the tape. It's protecting your money. Pair of these scissors, which I love because they're angled, sharper, a little heavier duty, and great for cardboard cutting. And this cardboard we got is a little thicker than your normal free shipping box from the post office. And then we have this. This awesome device, if you don't already know, is a box resizer. We'll learn how to use it while we're going through this too. Oh. We also have, in case I need them, these, if you can see they're like pre-cut there. These are edges. So if needed to fill in the gap and tighten up the packaging, we can put these in there to tighten up the sign in. Also, we got awesome bubble wrap. So you could definitely score your bubble wrap from dumpster diving. First off, our dumpsters are all getting wet right now because it's been rainy, one. And second, I'd rather just have clean, ready to go, so that shipping doesn't take that much longer. And guarantee it's gonna be nice and clean. Forgot one more thing I like to use. Saran wrap or clingy paper, clingy plastic, whatever you call it. This is a nice little handheld one. It's a lot easier to wrap. They make bigger ones. I've seen people use this before to wrap shoes. But the reason I like this is it gives another tight little wrapping around the whole item to make sure the bubble stays where it should be. All right, so off to the boxing, but first let's go back to real quick what happened. We wrapped the neon sign with multiple layers of bubble wrap. Big bubble gives it a little more cushion. Then switched it and did a couple wraps the opposite direction, just to help get everything going in the same, you know, make sure everything's covered. One. Two, if everything's wrapped in one place, it kind of goes like a roll and it can start slipping off. If you cross them, it keeps everything a little bit tighter. And again, use that Saran Wrap clingy thing to wrap it up tight. Then if you saw, I added some extra cushioning on the ends. And that's because this is an oddly shaped metal neon sign. And the bottom corners, even though they were wrapped the same amount of times, just I could feel slightly the corners. And you want to feel for it. If you could feel your item through the bubble, you don't have enough bubble. So I added a couple extra layers on the ends only. And then taped it down nice and tight. But now we go into boxing, and notice we have a very big box. A lot bigger than the item. But I needed this box. Could have Frankensteined a box, but if you notice, it's kind of oddly shaped. It's kind of a very big but not tall item, I guess would be the word. Now, my thing was, this sold for over $200. I want to make sure it gets there safe because I want to guarantee our money. So with that in mind, got a nice sturdy box that I'm actually gonna cut down. And to cut it down, got my handy dandy box resizer. So it looks like a police nightstick. I would be lying if I haven't played with this in this manner. I'm a child. But you guys can see here, let me see if I could focus on it. There you go. Notice this sharp serrated little disc, it's not meant to cut. This is just gonna score the box. But this corner piece right here, it's a little ledge, it's on a ruler, and you can choose the exact distance you need it to be to score it. And once you tighten it up, you can score all sides the same level. What that's gonna help is make a nice, pretty even box. Even though I'm cutting it shorter, because this is gonna go way more than half. But it was worth the investment in the good box, because I'm gonna put it way more than half and then layer on the box, fold it in nice and tight and keep folding it in. Yeah, guarantee our shipment. Also, before I go, get to work, get yourself a good pair of scissors if you're gonna do cardboard often. I've used basic scissors like the ones you normally use for your office or paper. It'll cut, doesn't do a great job, and it jams. These are a little heavier duty, have a cool little angle to it, very helpful. I'll make sure to drop all the links for these in our affiliate links down below in the video. Got this guy, got the, what do you call it, the box resizer, nice scissors, clingy wrap, and your bubble wrap. I mean, I think the cheapest place to get your bubble is probably locally if you have a box store nearby. Just like this box, locally. That's a big box and that was under 10 bucks, so it's worth it. And with that, let's get to boxing. So, notice that box is no longer ginormous, and it folds up real nice. So you have these bits here that now fold up and make your box nice and tight, small, a lot better. So the important reason you want to do this, one, you don't want your item floating around. I'm actually still going to add some more padding inside. But two, the other thing you want is you want to cut down the size of your box, make it as tight as you can, still keeping your item safe, but dimensional shipping is in full effect. So whether you're shipping through FedEx or shipping through any of the other carriers, USPS, especially USPS, your box dimensions matter. This item is heavy. I've shipped heavier items, but because of the size of the box, that's where we're gonna get a little bit of a ding on. But it's fine. It's gonna go through FedEx home delivery, and we charge on top of this an additional $60 for shipping, so that's gonna make it real fine. Like, that's enough cushion room to ship. We might pay a little bit on top of that, but it's in our profit margin, so we're okay. But yeah, and with that, that's the box, and that's again the Resizer. If you're interested, if you have any more questions, feel free to contact us. Leave comments, ask your questions. But some people use just a normal knife. You kind of want a serrated edge, so if you're going to use a knife, you might want to use like a butter knife just to score it along the edges that you want, and you can still fold it that way. Reason I like the Resizer is because it has the actual ruler measurements. I can make sure all sides are even, and when it's all even, it makes for a real nice flat box. Actually, take that back. Not done. I'm gonna give it another score. I was looking, and it's gonna take too much padding to fill it in to make sure it's nice and tight. So what I'm gonna do, and you'll see, I'm gonna tape the side I already scored and cut, flip it, take another measurement, and score that side as well. So both sides will get scored, and that way I can tighten up the package a little bit more, probably saving me some bucks too.
Well, hope you enjoyed watching this guy ship a big item. And if you have any questions about shipping, you can ask him.
Yeah, go ahead and ask. I'll do my best to answer. There's plenty of things I haven't shipped or don't know, but I'll do my best to help out. You can put questions in the comments, or like we said before, quickest way to get to us would be DMs through IG. So if you don't already follow us there, head on over there and you guys can ask most of your questions right through there.
All right, and we will see you guys later.
Bye-bye.